Pakistan itself, we are
Yeah.
strong people. Okay, we need to make sure that Palestine's voice is heard, and we need to act upon it, not just stay in the committee and talk, oh, ye Palestine mein ho raha hai, and oh, this is what we should do about it. No, we should actually start acting upon it. ठीक है, so the international community, it plays a huge role. Obviously फिर हमारे पास boycott भी आ जाता है, and people like you, Khadija, who are wearing the Pakistans and overall Pakistanis and basically everyone who is watching this video. This is an act of service that we are doing for the Palestinians. So yes, this is an important thing.
Mhm. Right. So,
Hmm. Yes.
Nami, what are the pros and cons of the two-state solution, versus the alternative proposals, like such as a one-state solution or a confederation?
Okay, so the basically जो हमारे पास जो हमारा two state solution आता है, इसमें we know, इसमें we are saying that that Israel is still being saved. ठीक है, यहाँ पे भी Israel पे फिर भी leniency दिखाई जा रही है. The two-state solution is the most widely endorsed option, offering each side security and safety. However, जो हमारे पास ongoing settlement expansion है और जो political instability है, which poses significant challenges, or alternatives like the one-state solution could resolve territorial disputes, but would likely lead to demographic and identity tensions. ठीक है? So, of many people, and I personally go with the one-state solution because, sorry, the two-state solution, because once again, जो one-state solution, this वो हो तो जाएगा, but this is going to cause problems in the future. जो हमारे पास two-state solution है, उसमें obviously देखें, जो हमारे पास मुसलमान और जो Jewish हैं, देखें, they have different cultures, different religions, different identities. They cannot stay in a one state, ठीक है, and expect that everything is going to be all right. No, even after this war ends, जो inshallah खत्म होगी, Palestinians are still gonna be vengeful towards the Israelis, no matter how whatever they do. They cannot; these both cannot stay in one state. So definitely, I would go with the two-state solution, and that is the best solution. The one-state solution cannot work. Temporarily, it might cause peace, it might be good, but in the long term, it won't run.
Uh-huh. ठीक है.
Yes.
So, Ramin, if you could envision a peaceful future for both Israelis and Palestinians, what would it look like? Yani, what steps would need to be taken to get to that point?
Right. I think definitely countries should take steps like what Iran did. Basically, Iran is speaking up for Palestine. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद Israel needs to cease fire and needs to let the aid. जो there are thousands of trucks full of aid waiting outside the borders.
Yeah,
जो they cannot. Israel is not letting those trucks and those aids be provided to the civilians. Can
exactly.
you imagine okay, how much money, how much people are donating for Palestine, and none of it is being उनके पास वो आ ही नहीं रहा because Israel has stopped all flow and all ways and transfer of cash and the amounts of aid which is being provided. So I think we need Israel, the least that they could do to show a glimmer of humanity is to let Palestine have its aid, to let have Palestine its rights. ठीक है ना? We can give them aid. Countries like Iran need to start speaking up and need to start taking action on what is happening in Palestine.
Yeah, ठीक है. So, Ramin, what exactly gives you hope for a resolution in this conflict? Are there any recent developments that you find encouraging?
Okay, so despite the challenges, the rise of civil society initiatives which promote the dialogue between Israelis and Palestinians, as well as growing international attention to human rights issues in the region of Palestine, these provide me hope because there are many organizations like yours which are trying to aware people, which are trying to hold donations for people who are suffering because of Israel. So यहाँ पे हमारे पास बहुत सारी donations भी आती हैं, हमारे पास aid भी आती है. So this is what gives me hope कि humanity is going to fight off what Israel is doing, and later on people are going to take serious action जिस तरह अभी ले रहे हैं to make sure that Palestine is a free state.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, the last question, Ramin. In your opinion,
जी.
what should be the immediate next steps for both leaders and civil society to move towards a resolution?
Okay, so the immediate next steps should include halting actions that escalate tensions, such as settlement expansion and retaliatory violence. ठीक है? Both Israel and Palestine leaders must commit to resuming negotiations with the support of international mediators. Civil society should continue to foster dialogue and collaboration, helping to build trust from ground up. He can advocating for human rights because you cannot expect Israel to just keep on influencing the West and keep on influencing the people into thinking, okay, whatever is happening to Palestine is happening because of Hamas. This is clearly Israel's doing, and we cannot just shun it down and tame it down into thinking that this is something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah, that was, all about it. So, yeah, one last thing, Ramin. What is your advice
Yeah,
for the youth, for the international youth, about the conflict and how they can act? Because आपने देखा होगा, in which there was this podcast with Farah, from Gaza, and उसने and when I asked the question, what is the most important thing that you think the people should do, right? आपको किस तरह help चाहिए? Like, what form of aid कह लें, आपके support कह लें, that helps you most. So she did not even mention कि helping us evacuate या fundraising. उसने कहा boycott. And then she explained the reasons for that. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि youth को क्या करना चाहिए? क्योंकि boycott का ज़्यादा point है. I have seen like thousands of people अभी तक 1 साल हो गया है, 2 दिन रहते हैं 1 साल होने में, इस conflict को. The people, they are
hmm,
like youth, the ruling class, the elite class, वो जो हैं अभी तक KFC जा रहे हैं, McDonald's जा रहे हैं, boycott का like they don't even
बिल्कुल.
care. उनको ये कि यार क्या करें, क्यों करें, why do you have to do that, मतलब उसका क्या फायदा है, and हमारा जो proper lifestyle है, why do we have to change that for something that is not even happening to us? तो आपको क्या लगता है, I mean, what should we actually be doing, youth को overall क्या exactly करना चाहिए?
Acha, just like what you earlier said, what Farah said is fundraising and raising awareness. This is important. This is actually essential because many people in our Pakistani community don't know what is happening to Palestine. Unko basic facts nahi pata about, okay, we know there's a war, there's a genocide happening. Okay, what else, how did it start? Ye 7th October 2023 se shuru nahi hui thi. This started way back in the 1900s. So this is not something जो अभी शुरू हुआ है और अभी इसको social media attention मिल रही है. This has been happening for years. And obviously, the first thing that I would advise the youth would be to boycott because these brands, whatever money they earn from here, they send it to Israel. And Israel, we all know what Israel is doing with that money. Okay? Continuing the genocide, resuming it, and making it worse for the Palestinian civilians. So we need to boycott and find better alternatives for brands. KFC का alternatives we have cheese. Yes, there are so many other brands जो हमारे अपने local brands हैं which are giving out better food, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you feel less bad about it because if you see it the right way, you're sort of helping the Palestine, ठीक है, just because of a choice. ठीक है, it's all about the choice that you make. और हमारी youth, they have the power to do it. ठीक है, so we can start with boycott. We can start with doing podcasts like you're doing, making posts about it, donating as much as we can. These are the things जो उनको अगर ज़्यादा नहीं तो कुछ हद तक तो aid provide कर सकते हैं. This can make their circumstantial conditions better. So yes, this is one of the things that we could do.
ठीक है. So, yeah, what we can hope right now is that हमारी youth जो है, वो it just helps, you know raise awareness and be what I see, all, like most of the times in all of the podcasts, मेरा जो main point ये होता है कि भाई you can at least be on the right side of history, you can know the facts and at least tell
Right,
people who don't know about it, क्योंकि अक्सर लोग हैं वो इतनी इग्नोरेंट से कहते हैं कि यार हम तो न्यूज़ देखते ही नहीं है, वी डोंट केयर, जो हो रहा है सो हो रहा है, या वी फील बैड बट हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते. लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल दैट आई हैव टॉक टू, उनका यही होता है. अ लॉट ऑफ माय
बिल्कुल.
टीचर्स, yeah, right, a lot of my friends, and they are not friends
Yeah.
anymore because you are not human and I can't be friends with you.
हाँ,
बिल्कुल.
because there's
हाँ,
a lack of humanity over here. I've seen people myself who say, "ओ तो क्या हुआ, हमारे साथ तो नहीं हो रहा." But
हाँ,
that is the thing. आपके साथ नहीं हो रहा, कभी आपके साथ हो भी सकता है.
बिल्कुल
तो
एग्जैक्टली।
we
हाँ,
why do you think that Pakistan cannot be in this situation? Why do क्या हम ज़्यादा are we powerful enough? Do we have the nuclear power, the energy? Do we have the right army to can अगर हमारे साथ कभी हुआ can we win this? No, not really.
यू
तो
कैन।
I think हमें उससे ज़्यादा डरना चाहिए कि हमारे साथ भी ये कभी हो सकता है.
बिल्कुल, और आपने अगर देखा हो कि इसराइल ने जो इतना प्रॉपर एक मैप अभी हम दुनिया के सामने वो लाया है कि दिस इज आवर नेक्स्ट गोल, कि हमने इन कंट्रीज को करना है अभी, व्हाट वी डिड
Yeah. So
पैलेस्टाइन।
what makes Pakistan think that we're not in the list?
हाँ, लेबनान, सीरिया, जॉर्डन है उसमें, और आई डोंट नो उसमें और भी कंट्रीज है, उनमें पाकिस्तान भी है, माइंड यू, जिनको नहीं पता।
Yes.
एंड या,
हाँ.
इसराइल इज नथिंग एज कम्पेयर टू पाकिस्तान। वो जितना हमारा आपके लिए कराची है या लाहौर है, उतना ही उसका साइज है। वी आर अ न्यूक्लियर कंट्री, वी आर स्ट्रॉन्ग कंट्री, ठीक है, येट वी आर अनएबल टू डू एनीथिंग। तो दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी नीड टू थिंक अबाउट अगेन। कहने को तो बहुत आसान है, इन्होंने लिटरली काफी लाइक सिक्स
Hmm.
मंथ्स बाद पाकिस्तान में, आई डोंट नो इट वाज शहबाज शरीफ जिसने ऐलान किया था कि वी स्टैंड विद पैलेस्टाइन, लाइक आफ्टर 5 to 6 months प्रेस।
Yeah. Yes, I did see it. Yes, I
ऑलराइट,
did see.
ठीक है। एंड वन थिंग, यू नो, कहते हैं ना कि मकाफाते अमल हमेशा होता है, व्हाट यू डू इट्स जस्ट व्हाट गोज अराउंड कम्स अराउंड, राइट? हमारे साथ क्यों, अगर हमने
Yeah.
इनह्यूमैनिटी का सबूत दिया है, तो हमारे साथ जरूर होगा एक दिन। एंड आई एम लाइक काइंड ऑफ स्केर्ड उस दिन से, कि क्योंकि इफ इजराइल इज नॉट स्टॉप राइट नाउ, उसका पर्पस कभी भी डिफेंड, डिफेंड करना नहीं था। एग्रेशन उसका पर्पस था, वो अब कर रहा है।
Their purpose was to
हाँ,
destroy. They basically wanted Palestine to itself. They wanted to basically destroy and completely eliminate an entire state, an entire generation.
या,
को वो खत्म करना चाहते. This is what their objective was, and this is something that we need to ponder upon. कि our humanity यहाँ से ही हमें पता चल रहा है कि हम जो है वो कर क्या रहे हैं. This is what our fellow humans are doing to the Muslim community. यहाँ पे what we really need as the Pakistani, as the Muslim community, we really need to think upon कि what Israel is doing and how are we helping Palestine. Because I cannot imagine the pain जो वहाँ पे elderly से लेके छोटे बच्चे तक what they are suffering through right now. This is really painful for them.
और मैंने इतने लोगों को देखा है कि व्हाट दे डू इज लाइक, बहुत से अक्सर सेलिब्रिटीज, तो खैर उन्होंने कुछ कहा ही नहीं अबाउट दिस इशू। अक्सर जो है जस्ट फॉर द एक्टिविस्ट्स या एनजीओ सेलिब्रिटीज, दे डू इट जस्ट फॉर सोशल मीडिया, अपनी पोस्ट्स के लिए, या जस्ट टू मेक श्योर, उसको कहते हैं ना विंडो ड्रेसिंग, या एटलीस्ट कि हम कुछ कर रहे हैं, हमने किया है, हम सपोर्ट करें इस कॉज को, जस्ट फॉर दैट इमेज
Yeah,
बिल्ड।
giving the impression that they are, giving the impression that they are doing something. Yes.
या whereas they're not, कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे। we don't want hypocrisy, करना है तो करें,
Hmm.
नहीं करना ना करें, because that is even worse, pretending to do something when you're not, like, ठीक है, you could at least be honest, नहीं करना
Exactly,
ना करें,
exactly,
right? And what I kind of fear is
exactly.
we would be held accountable for this, for staying silent, क्योंकि in Islam what we say is कि जुल्म हो रहा है, एंड उसको यू नीड टू स्टॉप दैट। अगर आप उसको नहीं रोक पाते जुबान से, अपने हाथ से, इसको बुरा भी समझ सकते, इट मीन दैट यू आर पार्ट ऑफ दैट, यू आर पार्ट ऑफ द ऑफ द जुल्म जो आप कर रहे हैं, जिस पे जो इन्फेक्शन हो जिस बंदे पे, तो यू आर इक्वली एज बैड एज द
Definitely.
वन हु इज द इवल पर्सन एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट। तो वही है
As
कि
the one who's doing it, yes. As the one who's doing it, yes. Yes,
तो
definitely.
yeah, बस ये that's what I also wanted to discuss. So it was amazing having you today, Ramin, and
Thank
you
you.
put forward really good points. And आपने you also mentioned the Iran wali cheese, which was something that is like one of the latest.
That was
Yeah,
that was something that I want to mention, highlight again over here, because we need to idolize countries like Iran, which
yeah.
are taking up real action for Palestine. Did you see the way they put airstrikes, the
Uh,
way they sent off airstrikes to Israel? This is something that we need to idolize upon, because इस तरह की countries वो सिर्फ बोल नहीं रही या donate नहीं कर रही, they're actually trying to do something for Palestine. They recognize what is happening to Palestine.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's it. And that was all for today. Thank you so much, Ramin, for joining us. And we hope कि आइंदा भी, if we have our projects coming on, या Palestine के लिए अगर हम कोई campaign करें, तो you would be part of that. You would, advise us कि क्या
Definitely,
करना चाहिए, and,
definitely.
yeah. So that's all. And